Homebrewing. Whether you want to make mead, beer, cider, or wine, the first thing you gotta do is gather your equipment. Now you could hop on over the Discord, ask around, and buy everything individually, or you can save yourself some time and money by going to an online vendor and buying a starter kit. MoreBeer has sent me their starter kit, and I'm very anxious to see what's inside. So please join Derek and I as we answer the question, is MoreBeer's starter kit worth it? Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Derek.
And this is Mead with Eric and Derek. Now here in just a moment, we're going to be opening this box and seeing what's inside. We're going to be briefly demonstrating all this equipment, but we're going to use my own personal equipment for the demonstrations, because when we're done, we're going to repackage all of this and send it to one of you, our viewers. Okay.
Should we open it?
Do we just go?
Yeah, let's open it.
We got like a box cutter or something?
You got a knife?
You always carry that with you?
I do.
So extraordinary. Can you use it? Okay. Bubble tape. Okay. Bottle cleaning brush. And a bottling organizer. Okay. Two buckets. Two. One for fermenting, one for bottling.
It's got a hole in it.
Yeah, they both have holes in them.
What's the hole for?
It's a breathe hole for oxygen. You fall in there, you can breathe. Safety first.
Yours don't have holes.
Well, don't fall into mine then. Here.
Good to know. It's one lid.
We only need one lid.
It's got a hole in it.
It's for the airlock.
Airlock.
Yeast eats sugar and makes two things, alcohol and CO2. You have to allow the CO2 to escape, to vent from the fermenter. That's what an airlock does. It allows CO2 out, but doesn't allow bacteria or bugs in.
Good to know.
Install your airlock on the top of your bucket. And fill it with a small amount of sanitizer. See these little the little marks, max fill, that's all you need. Vodka works also. The little cap goes on top, got itty bitty holes in there to keep bugs out. Airlocks come in two styles. This S-shaped one, which looks really sciencey, and this two-part one, which is really hard to put in there. Put sanitizer in there too. Cap, holes, no bugs. Done. 3 mesh steeping bags, reusable food grade bags with reusable food off. That's nice. Mesh steeping bags. These are awesome for oh my god, dude. What? This is gonna be about holes, isn't it?
But there's
there's holes at the bottom. Keeps bugs out.
Gotcha. 3
mesh steeping. Oh, dude, a thermometer? You don't see this very often in starter kits.
Keeping the temperature important?
Yeah, the hydrometer is calibrated to 60 degrees. You have to take variance in temperature into account.
It's a hydrometer.
This is a hydrometer. This fancy piece of tech is possibly the most important thing in a homebrewer's arsenal. It'll calculate your ABV, perfect your recipes, tell you when your fermentation's finished.
Ooh, let's open it.
No, man, these are kind of delicate. We're gonna be sending this to somebody else. I'd rather keep it all nice and safe and packed up, you know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you calculate ABV with it?
Alcohol by volume, or ABV, is calculated using a simple formula developed by the Mesopotamians in the early years of BCE. The formula is quite simple. Starting gravity minus final gravity, multiplied by 131.25. So if your starting gravity is 1.073 and your final gravity is 1.002, 1.002 subtracted from 1.073 is 0.071. 0.071 multiplied by 131.25. That brings us to our final alcohol by volume at 9.31%. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Okay. How do you get a gravity reading?
It's simple. You just drop your hydrometer into the must.
Must?
Yeah, your mead, your beer, whatever it is you're fermenting.
Oh, that's called must, huh?
You're making this so difficult. Hydrometers are very fragile. They're made out of glass. This is your gravity numbers. 1.010, 1.030, 1.0. You get the picture. The easiest way to get a gravity reading is simply drop it in the bucket. Let it settle, give it a little spin to get the bubbles off, and read your number. That's about 1.003, give or take. So this fermentation is finished. If you're not fermenting in a bucket, or you don't want to drop your hydrometer in there, use a sanitized turkey baster or a wine thief, or simply a sanitized glass to grab a sample of mead and pour it in that little deal there. What are those things called?
I don't know.
Yeah, this. Put your hydrometer. Give it a little spin to get the bubbles off, and there you go.
Surgical tubing?
Transfer tubing. You use this to transfer your mead from the fermentation vessel to the bottling bucket. Racking is the industry term for transferring your mead or beer or whatever from one vessel to another. You don't want to simply pour it, because that will introduce oxygen to your mead, which is a very, very bad thing post-fermentation. Fermentation also leaves a layer of lees or trub at the bottom of the vessel, which we call the yeast cake. If you pour from one bucket to another, you'll transfer that yeast cake too. Now, the yeast cake is 100% safe to drink. It won't hurt you, but it can create yeasty flavors in your mead and make it look cloudy. This kit includes the most basic method of transferring. You simply place the transferring bucket up high and the bottling bucket down low. Hook up the transfer tubing to the spigot in the fermenting bucket. Place the other end of the tubing in the bottling bucket. Open the spigot and let it do its thing. While you transfer, you want to make sure you keep the end of the tubing immersed in the transferred mead to avoid splashing. Okay, so I'm not actually a big fan of this racking method. I'd much rather have a racking cane.
What's a racking cane?
It's a I don't know. It's a racking cane, man. Like this is for beginners. Let's just keep it simple.
Fair enough.
A magic wand.
Ooh, magic wand.
A bottling wand. Trust me, these are magic.
How's it work?
After fermentation, oxygen, bad. A bottling wand will help you keep oxygen out of your mead by allowing you to fill your bottles from the bottom of the bottle. Attach the bottling wand to the spigot. It's a little hard. Okay. And open the valve. The bottom of the wand has a shut-off valve attached to it. It will fill the bottle as you depress it and stop filling when you release it. Pick your bottle all the way up and fill your bottle to the very top. It takes a couple of seconds. I like to let mine overfill just a tiny bit and then stop, and you have the perfect amount of headspace. A sturdy capper and 50 bottle caps. You need about 54 bottles to bottle a 5-gallon batch of mead.
54? There's only 50 in here.
A capper is a remarkable device, and it's very important to understand that you don't need to exert much force to cap your bottles. The capper uses mechanical advantage to seal the caps, and if you apply too much pressure, you can break it. Place a sanitized cap on top of the bottle. Then place your capper over the top of it and depress the handles. a cleaning brush.
For cleaning bottles?
Yeah, I don't really use these. I mean, I guess for a beginner brewer when bottles are in short supply, you probably want to clean every one. But when you've been brewing for years like I have, I got cases and cases of bottles. If there's one that needs a scrubbing, I just throw it away.
Yeah.
Grab a new one.
No.
Sanitizer. There is only one rule of homebrewing that you can break. Sanitation.
What's this?
It's a bunk.
Oh.
I swear to God, if you mention that hole, look here. Hole, bung, airlock. Done.
Cool.
Now where was I? Sanitizer. If bacteria is introduced to your brew, you can have an infection which can completely ruin a batch. You want to properly sanitize everything that comes in contact with your brew at any time. Bacteria and microbes are the enemy. Star San is probably the most popular sanitizer. Just follow the directions on the back of the bottle and mix up a couple of gallons in your sink. Then you can just immerse all of your apparel into it and put some in your buckets, put the lid on, give it a good shake. It takes a minute or two for the Star San to do its thing. Then you're good to go. Okay, so there you have it. A complete set of equipment for the beginner mead maker. So now we ask the question of the day.
Is it worth it?
Well, from a purely financial point of view, I went on over to Amazon and added all these items to my cart individually. Now, I couldn't find the exact item. I couldn't buy one airlock. It had to be a pack of two. I couldn't buy a cleaning brush. I had to buy a variety pack. But as close as I could find, choosing the cheapest options and staying with Amazon Prime, I got it all in my cart, came out to a grand total of $156.59.
$150? Seems kind of high. Are you sure?
I spent about 4 minutes doing this. I mean, if you shop around, apply coupon codes, find the cheapest deal, get a secondhand bucket, I'm sure you can get the price down. But in general, this is value. So is it, from a purely financial point of view, is it worth it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
But is it the best of the best?
I'd rather have a rack and cane. I mean, I love these buckets. I really love these buckets. It's not the type of thing you find at a dollar store. But if you rack like this, you'll be fine. Everything will be okay, I promise. But me personally, my own personal opinion, I'd rather have a rack and cane.
Alright, but will it get the job done?
Yes, it will get the job done. And is it the best for the price? I say yes, this is. What I suggest you do, go ahead and buy this kit. Brew like this, rack like this. Once you get 3 or 4 batches under your belt, go ahead and buy another bucket without a hole and a rack and cane. You can buy both from MoreBeer or Amazon or your local homebrew store, anywhere really. Now, the moment most of you have been waiting for. We're going to repackage all of this and ship it to one of you. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. Sometime after the holidays, we're going to choose one lucky commenter and ship all of this free of charge to anyone in the United States. Thank you so much for watching the first episode of Mead with Eric and Derek. We're going to upload a recipe video soon, a hydromel.
Hydromel?
It's a low alcohol mead, carbonated. You'll be surprised how easy it is. So please subscribe, hit that little bell thingy so you'll be notified next time we upload a video, and we'll see you again soon.
Please be aware that we are affiliated with MoreBeer's. We may make a small commission on sales at no extra cost to you. See you next time.